Okay. Let's do this.
Like
Buddhists. Hello and welcome to WayTooBroad, a place for friends to talk about things they're really, really ridiculously excited about and sing less. We promise. It's not a musical podcast.
I don't promise.
Okay, yeah, I promise. These are my co-hosts, Erin, who you just heard.
Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
I'm Hannah. Oh, no. Hannah, promised to sing less this episode.
Yeah, don't promise for us.
I just said me.
Don't promise for us.
That's Ben.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
So good. So good. So good. I feel like I walked into that one.
I think we sang different songs. You sang.
You sang.
I said I made a Teen Girl Squad reference.
So good.
Mm-hmm. But that was much better.
How are you, Ben? Ben, you've started school.
Correct. That is a fact.
Is that correct, Ben?
Ben, you've started school. Would you care to comment?
Yeah, Ben, how would you characterize your school year so far?
It has begun.
Ben, did you get into Yale all by yourself?
I worked my butt off.
Like
I had
beer?
no connections despite my grandfather going there. I had no connections and I worked my butt off.
Mm.
Yeah.
How is school, though?
It's good. It's weird because it's a new state and new... You know what's weird about school in California? I've said this to like multiple people and it's such a small thing, but I keep thinking about how weird it is. The entrances to all the classrooms are outside.
What?
Like, I don't have to go into buildings to get into any of my classes, except for one.
That's crazy.
Isn't
Hold
that,
on.
like, the entrance to lecture halls and to all the classrooms are just outside.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Okay, I'm glad,
That's
like,
weird.
I, like, couldn't get used to that. I kept looking for, like, entrances to buildings, and then, like, some of them would just have, like, an elevator that's outside, and then when you get to, like, the floor above, you're inside. But all, like, the classrooms everyone uses are just, like, outside.
Wow.
On the ground floor.
It's like a
Those fucking hippies.
My high school was like that in Florida. The one year I went to high school there.
My
was.
elementary school in Florida was too, actually.
Wow. All these sunshiny places.
Yeah, I guess people want to be, like, outside when it's nice out.
It's not nice out in Florida. It's a shitty state.
So fucking hot.
It's nice out here, though. It's so nice every day. It's good.
Did it rain on Tuesday?
No,
last week?
It didn't, actually. It didn't rain at all. And it never fucking will.
Oh, man.
It was, like, a little cloudy today, but it was still, like, 75 degrees and no humidity.
Are we witnessing, like, the slow sort of deterioration of Ben's brain as he continues to, like, miss rain? And, like, next week he's going to be like, listen, I can't talk right now because I'm just sprinkling myself with water at the moment.
I need to go save my friend from a bear.
Then he's going to be like, surf's up.
Yeah, meanwhile, actually, here, I was wondering today if I had accidentally saved my friend from a grizzly bear, because it has rained for, like, 3 days straight.
Oh, my.
No offense, Ben.
None taken.
I think you said the wrong thing. It's been beautiful here as well. Ben, is pot legal in all of California?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We went to... Sorry, I didn't sound that excited about it. I don't really smoke weed that much.
Don't
but
do pot.
I don't really do that marijuana.
We went to Hollywood kind of spontaneously on Saturday because one of Kylie's favorite musicians like posted on Twitter that he was doing kind of like not a surprise show, but like a small show in LA. They like posted like 15 more tickets, and we were like, we live near there now, and we're not doing anything, so we just like got tickets and then drove there at like 4 p.m. and just walked around and had dinner and stuff and explored Hollywood. And when we arrived, we saw a dispensary that had like a big sign on the front that said, like, all are welcome. Recreational weed is now legal for people 21 and over. Medical is legal for 18 and over.
Wow.
So apparently it's like totally legal, and we like literally could have just like gone into a store and bought weed.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah. Pretty fucking wild.
Another interesting opportunity for you to go to a show in your local area.
Okay, you sound so weird. Are you trying to sell me something?
Are you paid for this, Hannah?
Yeah.
Sir,
is this a weird like advertisement?
No, sir, I don't get. I'm not on commission.
Performance in your local area.
Scheme. All you do is buy product and then find 5 people to sell it. Marijuana is now legal for those.
Do you listen to Pod Save America?
Oh yeah, they're coming to Irvine.
They are, and you know that they're not just doing a show; they're taping for their HBO television program.
I did know that.
At your college.
Oh, it's at UCI?
UCI, yeah, yep.
I didn't...
Wow. Are you reading from your script? Did he just like trip you up?
It's a Zeus Troan. Have you guys heard that episode of Reply All? I guess not. It's a great joke if you heard that episode of Reply All. Mom's gonna love that joke. I mean, Aunt Brown. Yeah, you should go to that, Ben.
I haven't listened to them a lot recently, so I will get back in. Do you know the date off the top of your head, Miss Saleswoman?
Is it on your sheet?
It is.
Is that your cheat sheet?
It's Friday, November 2nd at 5 p.m.
Why, you actually fucking have
at the Anteater Recreation Center?
That's the gym.
Center.
Oh. Why is it
Did you not
that?
know
Is the entrance on the outside?
Our mascot is an anteater.
Wow.
Peter the Anteater.
Oh. Cute. I like it.
Do you know what?
Peter
I also learned
Anteater.
Do you know what UC Santa Cruz's mascot is? Because it's really funny.
I was like, it's a college. Oh, mascot.
It's the...
You're like, do you know what UC Santa Cruz is?
Santa Cruz's. It's the banana slugs.
Oh, I didn't know that for some reason.
Oh, yeah, because
or maybe I just know what a banana slug is.
Because why, Hannah?
Every Little Thing, I think, did like a thing about that. A little thing.
What are you fucking talking about?
It's a podcast. It's another podcast.
I'm sure it is, Hannah.
I'm just gonna start being like, when someone's like tells me something I've never heard before, I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard that on Thingamabob. It's a podcast.
With Johnny Mopples.
Humdinger was also on that episode.
It was a good up.
It was
a miniseries.
We should listen to it.
On Every Little Thing, which is a great podcast, they made a joke about anteaters being banana slugs being a silly mascot, and then they had to do a correction because it turns out it's a great mascot for some reason. I think that's
well. Apparently, they're all over UC Santa Cruz's campus.
Gross.
Banana slugs. Banana slugs are rad. They're big.
They're slugs. They're big
What's so
slugs.
great about a big slug?
I don't know. I like slugs. Slugs are just kind of like gentle miniatures. I don't know.
They're just worse snails.
Gentle miniatures.
They're just objectively worse snails.
They're kind of sweet. They're cute. They're all like all over a compost pile. They're just like doing their thing, not getting in anyone's way, sliming it up. I don't know. They're fun. They're fun.
They're fun.
I'm pro slug. I'm here to say, firmly pro slug.
Okay. Let me put that on the record for you.
You'll not see me sprinkling salt upon a slug.
I put that in your permanent record.
Thank you.
Holy shit. You can't get rid of that. That's permanent.
That's fine. I'll take that stance till the day I die.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's Erin drinking?
I do not get to
Aaron
answer this
went
question
first last week.
No, Ben, what are you drinking?
I have 2 drinks
What's
tonight.
Baron drinking? Barony. What are you drinking, Ben?
I'm drinking 2 drinks. I have ice water as usual.
Per usual.
And then my second drink is something very special.
Oh.
Barony.
Shuhai.
Ah!
No! God.
Barony. Barony.
It's apple cider.
Ooh.
Spiced
apple cider?
Spiced apple cider.
Spiked?
Spiced, not spiked.
Oh, well, I was asking if it was spiked.
No, it's spiced.
See, I said the word spiked a million times because I was wondering if it was spiked. You know what would be good is if you also spiked it.
I don't have anything to spike it with. I have soju, actually. I still have peach soju.
Oh, be okay.
Yeah, it's peach. Apple
Peachy.
peach?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I just like my cider normal.
Yeah, that sounds good. Is it hot or cold?
Cold.
Nice.
I love cider. It's one of my favorite drinks.
You know what? I want mulled wine.
I love mulled wine.
Mulled wine?
Yeah. It's like blue cheese kind
fuzzy. I love mulled wine.
Yeah.
Mulled.
When Ian is feeling sort of like down or just needs kind of like a pick me up, he often makes mulled wine.
That's really sweet.
He's from a different period in time, I think.
I love that. This is like me time. He's like, oh, need some me time. Restore my soul with that mull. We should go into the mulled wine business. That's the tagline.
Restore your soul with that mull.
Well, when you say it, it sounds dumb.
I'm doing the
It's
best
all in
I
the
could.
delivery.
There's another name for it. Glühwein? Is that equivalent?
What?
What?
Glühwein?
What are you
Glühwein.
talking about?
What do you say?
Glühwein. Hold on.
No one
You
knows
guys-
what you're saying.
Glühwein. Hold on. I got you. It's spelled Gluehwhein. Watch out for that German twist. It's a German Austrian winter holiday drink that most tourists know as an after ski drink.
Oh.
Hold on. German Glühwein. Literally glow wine or German mulled wine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the spice blend's a
I
little
bet
different.
you your boy will know what it is. Ask him.
I'll ask him. Maybe I'll put a link to it or something.
You can
Maybe
make it in the
make
slow
it.
cooker.
Nice.
Yeah. Cranberries
know-
and oranges.
Do you want to know what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking 2 seltzers. They're the cute little ones, the cute little polar seltzers. Do you guys have polar seltzers where you are?
We can get them. We can acquire them.
Yeah.
Ben, do you?
I think so. I haven't looked, but I feel like I did see them. At the
It'll cost
store.
me a favor, but I can acquire them.
Well, I just get them at the grocery store. So this flavor is called Pixie Lights, and it's one of the little mini ones that's like for kids. So they do
That's
like new.
a nonsense flavor.
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like Pixie Lights, where there is
that's
sparkle.
the worst answer you could have given.
Listen, I'm gonna explain it to you. Where there is sparkle, there is twinkle. Thanks to the endless work of the Pixie Army. With effervescence and speed, the polar pixies deliver light and
It has
tinsel
speed in it?
to every seltzer. Shh, listen. You can hear them working.
That's going to be my new thing, is to say where there is, and then I'm going to say a word, and then a word that rhymes with the word and is also a synonym. Where there is light, there's bright.
Yeah, that's good. It's so, and then I'm also drinking mermaid songs from Polar Seltzer.
Are you?
Yeah, do you want me to read you that one?
I can't wait to hear it.
Okay. Oh, this is topical. Along Cape Cod, where the summer sun reflects deep into the ocean, mermaids dance and sing while enjoying the sparkle of seltzer, like the humans on the shore.
What flavor is it?
That's
does it
the
taste
flavor. They all kind of taste like
Cotton candy.
Well, no. What's that chewy candy that comes in like a stack, like a rolled up stack? Smarties. They all kind of taste like
fruit
Smarties.
roll-up.
They're that sweet?
Fruit by the foot.
Because that just Smarties just tastes like sweet to me.
Oh no! Well, they taste like if you took the sugar out of Smarties. I don't know.
That they're just sugar.
You know how seltzers can taste sweet?
Yeah, no, but like Smarties like are just blocks of sugar practically.
I don't know how to describe it to you guys. It's just this one tasted like Pixie Lights, and then this one tastes like mermaid songs. And if you don't know what that is, I feel sorry for you, honestly.
Twinkle and sprinkle.
Yeah.
Twinkle, sprinkle, little can. Polar seltzer, give me a hand.
How I wonder how you taste.
Ian says that Polar is based out of Worcester, Mass, so it may not be too, maybe the special flavors are not too widespread outside of New England.
Ask him if he's heard of Glühwein.
Okay. Ian, have you heard of Glühwein? It's German mulled wine. No. He says yeah, after I explained what it
He
is.
says,
He's
no,
heard
but
of it.
yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
I knew he would. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking. Are you drinking anything else other than 2 tiny seltzers?
No.
Okay. I'm drinking an iced water and a new drink. Not a new drink, but a debut, a pumpkin beer debut for me.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. It's a pumpkin spiced Edinburgh, which is a fall seasonal Scotch ale.
Nice.
So I like a Scotch ale, and this is a pumpkin spiced one. The company is Brewprint.
Oh no.
That's what it's called. BRU, U with an umlaut, E, print. And
Good for them.
the can says the flavor profile is cinnamon, malt, vanilla. And it's got a really cute little Scotty dog with a little scarf on. That's the can.
Oh,
that's a
very
picture of
cute.
the can. That's my cell phone, but that's a picture of the can.
Can you send me that picture so I can share it with our listening friends?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Sure will. And it's really tasty. I love it. Yummy.
All right. So, hey, did you guys see the nice fun tweets we got from the podcast I talked about last week?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me
Whoops.
let me go to my notifications. So, I have to tell you, I was so excited about this because I had a feeling that they might listen, but they recently got a fair. So it was Heartbeats, the sort of RPG podcast that I talked about, and I had a feeling they might listen, but I wasn't sure because I think they've actually been getting a little bit of attention lately, in more looked at places. Like there was an article in Polygon that mentioned them and stuff, and so I thought maybe they were a little bit too cool for us now. But then they so at least 2 of the 3 that are on the show listened, and Xander, who is the game master, he okay, actually first in this Slack channel where I know, or the Discord where I talk with one of the role players, he was like, oh man, thank you so much, but it's going to be really awkward next time that you listen and there's both drungeons and dragons in it. So then Xander, who is the game master, as I said, tweeted at us and said, you guys gave me a great idea. Dragons are my new monster race. I'm putting it into Heartbeats. It's like a dragon, but smaller. And when they eat you, you go into a belly dungeon.
I love that.
Yeah. So thank you, Xander, if you're listening. And we are going to hold you to that. So if they don't show up, I will stop listening. So
yeah.
You're on notice. I'm just kidding. I'll keep listening.
Thanks for the shout out.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have any other upfront stuff.
I don't think I have upfront stuff.
I have upfront stuff, you guys.
You
Okay.
do?
It's postseason baseball time. It's October time, you guys.
Oh,
Benny's
shit.
best baseball borner.
Benny's baseball bum. By the time this episode comes out, the Red Sox will have already played the first 2 games of the American League Division Series. But a lot of exciting stuff happened.
What happened?
Well, okay, so the National League, so there are 3 divisions in the National League, the East, West, and Central.
Okay.
And the National League Central and West both ended in a tie,
What?
which is the first time it's ever happened. So both of those divisions had to play an extra game in the season as a tiebreaker.
What?
And now that those are over, the 2 losers are now playing in the wild card game right now.
Whoa.
So that's a 1-game playoff, and it's the Rockies are in Chicago playing the Cubs. Very exciting. Wild card games are really cool because there's no series. You either win and go on, or you lose and you're done. You don't get another chance. So they're like really suspenseful.
Good life.
Exactly. That's exactly right. The American League wildcard game's tomorrow, Wednesday. Whoever wins that's playing the Red Sox. So I'm going to be watching that one real carefully.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's just very exciting.
May the worst team lose.
Yep.
Turn that phrase on
And
its
the Red
head.
Sox ended up with a record of 108-54. At the end of the
sounds
season.
very
Those are some
good.
numbers.
It's their best ever.
That means
Those are
they
some high numbers.
won twice as many games as they lost.
Oh yeah, they did. That's cool,
Or
actually.
vice versa.
And you're really fucking
And
with
they
my
lost
worldview tonight.
half as many as they won. And if you think about it, that means they won twice as many as they lost.
Huh? There's 2 sides to every story. There's 2 coins to every flip.
There's 2 girls for every boy.
The flip is another honey.
What?
I don't know what anything means.
That's a Mike Dowdy album. It's actually not called that. It's called something else. But anyway.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and Mookie Betts ended up leading all of the Major League in batting average.
Mookie Betts, he's gonna have a tunnel named after him soon, I heard. Because of how good he is.
Who's gonna win the playoffs? Mook your bets.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Ben sounds like he's in pain.
I'm sorry that we're the friends that you have to talk about baseball with. I really am. I hope you have some others too.
I have like one other who likes baseball.
Hey, listen, hashtag get Ben some baseball friends. If you guys like baseball and you're listening, tweet at Ben. And if you're in California, hashtag get Ben some friends. You should tweet at him.
I was wearing my Red Sox hat on campus the other day, and some maintenance guy who was walking by me stopped me and was like, "Didn't they tell you this is a Yankees campus?"
What? You're like, what?
But he was just joking. But then he was like, "No, I'm just joking. My supervisor won't even let me wear my Yankees hat." And I was like, "Is it a Red Sox campus then? Or is it just you're not allowed to wear a baseball hat?"
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Is it like not in the dress code? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was confused, but didn't. I like laughed and smiled and turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
He's probably replaying that and being like, "Well, I tried to communicate to this young man that this was a no ball cap campus." But he like smiled and laughed and waved and skipped away into his open air classroom.
Yeah, do you guys ever have classes outside?
I've had 3 classes. I don't know. My classrooms aren't outside, if that's what you're asking.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Well, then Make yourself more clear next time.
Well, I don't even get to wear my Red Sox hat anywhere.
Because you don't have one?
I don't. Well, it doesn't matter. Should we pop in?
We don't need to talk about that. Anyway, moving on.
Smile and laugh. Should we pop in?
Yeah.
Let's pop in. Let's pop in. Oh,
I'm
I will
first,
say
right?
that.
Oh,
I will
wait.
say that I listened to You're Wrong About Anita Hill episode.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good, right? Very interesting.
It's very good, very interesting, really infuriating.
Yeah.
Our culture just hates women. Just hates them. Hates them.
Yeah.
Always
Oh.
has. Probably always will.
You know what? Speaking of homework that we've given
gotta
each
go.
other in the past,
okay.
I have been reading The Power for the past few weeks.
Oh.
So fucking good. I'm
Is
it
almost
so
I'm almost
interesting?
done. I'm like 70, 80 pages from done. Yeah,
Yeah.
really interesting. Really
Really
fucked up,
wild.
but really, really good.
Let's see. What episode I talked about that in?
The thing that sticks with me about The Power, even to this day, is that I mean, it's like been like obviously less than a year since I read it, but the thing that sticks
Been a
with
day.
me
To
about it
this
more
very day.
throughout my life,
My post to The Power life.
yeah, the thing I think about from it, and that like really has stuck with me the most, is that is how quickly sort of the way that people talked about men and women shifted. Like it was not even a generation; it was a matter
Yep.
of a couple of years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is really interesting, I think, on a lot of levels, because there's a lot of types of cultural change that kind of, I think, do happen that way. I think that was very astute of her to sort of write it like that.
Yeah.
Didn't I talk about The Power on this podcast?
Yeah, you did.
I did. I thought.
Your obsession might have been Naomi Alderman, though, because I think you talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
multiple books.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
that's right.
right.
Because that's right. Okay. No, I talked about it, Hannah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
fine.
Erin.
All right,
Yeah.
fine, okay.
Yeah, you found it because
Well-
of Erin, so...
Yeah.
Gotcha, rub it in.
It's all blending in. That's episode 35. Congrats on coming correct with regards to your backyard.
Right. So I must have talked about my backyard.
May
Which
13th.
now, so far from that episode, sounds like code.
You just gotta listen, find out what it means.
Sounds like that's like some sort of euphemism, but maybe it is. I don't know. Take
You
a
have
listen.
to, yeah. Go back and listen. Listen.
Take
to
a
all of
listen,
them.
drop a review, get a big sturdy sticker.
Yeah.
It's durable. It's not sturdy.
sturdy.
No, instead of structurally sound bed.
So, Mr. Ben, how many tickets can I put you down for the Pod Save America show?
Are
At the
they
Anteater Recreation
$3?
I don't know.
I wonder if I get a discount as a UCI
They're
student.
free. They're actually free. You should
Oh,
go.
really? Oh, I'll just
Yeah.
go then.
Yeah, you should go. You have to sign up for it, though.
Now?
I'll send you the website.
Can
Right
you
now-
sign him up for it at this time, or does he have to do it himself?
Do I
Mr.
need to
Ben,
call
with your
later?
permission.
Do I need to make an appointment?
No, but I'm gonna put the link in the Slack for you.
She
I'll
needs to
cut this
speak
out.
to her supervisor before she can proceed with this transaction.
I'm actually gonna put you through to another department. And they'll help you complete your transaction. Let's pop in though.
Let's pop in. Let's pop in.
All right. Here
Ben.
we go. It's Ben's turn.
It's
Ben's popping
time.
in.
My obsession is a television show. TV stands
Oh.
for television.
TV,
TV
television,
television. It's on.
program.
Oh shit! You know it's on Netflix, but only till like October 15th. So get your dumbasses in gear when this comes out Sunday. Just like the 7th. You have a week to watch this show. It's an anime, and it's one of those animes that is a lot of people's first anime that they ever watch. But neither Kylie nor I have seen it, despite having watched other shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Death Note. Very
Oh.
popular. Have you watched it, Hannah?
I think I've seen some of it.
It's really, really good. So it's about this high school boy named Light. And he finds this notebook called
Right.
a Death Note. The Death Note, whatever you want to call it.
Which one is it?
Well, there's multiple, so I'm going to say it's a Death Note.
Cool.
And it was dropped into the human world by a god of death, which in Japanese is Shinigami, who dropped it in the human world because he was bored, basically, and wanted to see what would happen if he did. This notebook's very special because if you write the name of someone in it and have their face in your mind when you write their name, they will die.
They die.
Whoa.
If you don't write a cause of death, then they'll die of a heart attack. You can write a cause of death within 40 seconds after writing their name, and if you do, you have another 6 minutes and 40 seconds to write out all the circumstances of their death that you want.
Wow.
But if any of them are like unreasonable or physically impossible, they just die of a heart attack.
That's convenient.
Yeah, so there's a lot of a lot of rules like that go with it.
How does he find out what the rules are?
Yeah, are they listed in the Death Note?
They are. They're written in
They're
it.
like in an index.
The Shinigami who dropped it, whose name is Ryuk, he wrote the rules in English because it's the most common language on the earth. And actually, they kind of established in the first episode that Light is... Oh, that's the other thing, is Light is like an incredibly smart student. He's like the top high school student in all of Japan, and also like sort of a genius in general, like beyond just like top test scoring in Japan. And he kind of like right away gets drunk with power on this thing and decides that he's going to use it to punish all evil people in the world and create a whole new world of like only people that are kind and just and don't do bad things. But, ends up becoming a mass serial killer because of this.
Oh.
Because he just is killing hundreds and hundreds of criminals.
Wow.
And so the police catch on that all of these criminals having a heart attack is somehow related. And there's this mysterious investigator who assists the police but keeps his identity and face secret, and his name is L. That's what he goes by, like L, just the letter L. Who decides he's going to investigate the serial killer who's been given the name Kira, which is like the Japanese pronunciation of the English word killer.
Oh.
And so basically the show kind of becomes about like Light and L, because they're both like incredible. They're both young geniuses who are like on opposite sides of this case, and who both think that they are like the absolute justice in this situation, and it's them competing. It's like a big giant competition game of wits, throughout the whole show. Really, really interesting. And the ways they like work around each other and sort of trick each other into getting more information and everything. And like, it's so good. And there's so many like surprises and things that keep it interesting. And the other thing is it's not long. I think that's why it's a lot of people's first show. It's only 37 episodes, but a lot happens in the 37 episodes, so it's like very fast paced. That's why, like, that could, what I just said could sound like spoilers, but like that's all like the first 2 episodes, maybe in just the first episode. Like that's you learn a lot right up front, and then you get like right into the action of like how are these two gonna duke it out. Basically, it's really really good. Highly recommend.
That is, yeah, I've heard lots of very good things about that show. I think I maybe have seen the first episode or part of the first episode, but I don't think I stopped because I wasn't liking it. I don't know why I stopped, but I don't remember watching anymore.
The openings are really bad.
Maybe
so
I should watch part
feel
of the
free to let Netflix skip those for you.
So how long are the episodes?
22 minutes.
Okay, so
it's manageable.
Yeah, listeners, if you're listening to this the day it comes out, you have what, like
a week and a day,
to watch like 15, 16 hours of show. So just get your ass in gear. Yeah, exactly. That's all you gotta do.
I saw, as I was looking at Netflix, there looks like Netflix made like a live action movie.
Yeah, they did.
That normally goes well, huh?
I heard very bad things about that movie.
Willem Dafoe plays Ryuk. Because, like, if you look up...
Is that the demon?
If you look up... Yeah, the
whatever?
Shinigami. If you look up what he looks like...
He's Dafoe in the...
Ryuk's got, like, a real creepy face. And when you look at it, you're just like, I believe that Willem Dafoe could play it. Because Willem Dafoe's got a weird-ass face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's quite scary.
Yeah, no makeup needed.
Wow. Yeah. Wait, so is it Willem Dafoe in CGI in this picture I'm looking at? Is he, like, CGI'd also?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
We can't see the picture you're looking at.
All right, never mind.
We can't see through your eyes.
Do you think there's more than one Death Note movie? I feel like maybe there is.
I don't know. Look it up.
I'm looking at pictures of Ryuk, and I don't want to. He's oddly entrancing.
Yeah, I'm experiencing that too. He's got like those eyes that aren't quite looking at you straight, kind of like Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I'm having a visceral and like terrified reaction to him, but also I like can't look away.
Yeah, he's very freaky.
Freaky.
He's really funny though in the show. He's obsessed with apples because they're like drugs to Shinigami.
Uh-huh.
So he gets like addicted to apples.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, this looks fun.
Yeah,
oh my god! I just got such a scary picture.
Oh, and don't look up too much about Death Note before you watch it. This is a warning to all listeners because there's like a really big thing and the show, it's like 10 or 11 years old now, so like people talk about it as if everyone's watched it. They'll easily spoil this very important thing.
They'll spoil it without even thinking.
There are a lot of very important things. There's one in particular people talk about a lot that's just don't look it up.
Okay.
Just
don't Google it, just watch it.
Right.
Okay.
Searching on Netflix, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, I need to stop looking at pictures of Ryuk. Some of them are really scary.
Don't even say the words Death Note in case you spoil it for yourself. Just don't do it. Don't even watch it, because when you watch it, it'll get spoiled for you. So just don't even do that.
That's a great point. Why do we spoil things for ourselves by watching them?
You know, and I thought the other day, I was like, I can't remember anything that I ever watched. Like think back to when we tried to talk about Westworld.
Yeah.
Like, we all watched it, and we, like, couldn't remember it. So I'm like, why do we even watch things if I'm just not going to remember it? I might as well not do it.
It's either we're not going to remember it, or we're going to remember it too much and ruin it for ourselves.
Yeah, it's just, you can't win. You can't win. And you don't forget enough where it's, like, fresh, where you're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you remember enough that spoilers are spoiled.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So just
that sounds great, Ben.
Everybody, great obsession, Ben. I think what we've all taken away from this is we should just stop watching things and consuming media.
Yeah.
Yeah. And stop listening to this podcast.
Yeah,
definitely.
We're pulling a Hannah Gadsby and quitting podcasting on this podcast.
Because you'll either forget it or it'll be spoiled for you later. So better to leave it in your feed as unlistened so that you can enjoy the anticipation. Right?
Yeah, there you go. That's the best part anyway. It's like all the trips I plan. I never actually go on them because the anticipating them is the best part. So
right. Cool. Well, great. I think that's a good approach.
We solved a lot there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So great obsession, Ben. Great job. I'm going to pop in now if that's cool with you.
Pop on
Please.
in.
I've popped out. You pop in.
Pop and lock.
Okay. So I'm very hyped about my obsession right now.
I am
So
very.
is Como, apparently. He just meowed so loud.
Well, Como would like it, probably.
Okay.
What is it?
It's a Vidya game that just came out
Fidget.
last week. Yeah, last week. I think it's on the computer and on the I keep on wanting to call the Switch the Wii lately, which is wrong. Simply incorrect. On the Switch. So we bought it for the Switch. And it's called Wandersong. Have you guys heard of it?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's so sweet. You would both love it. I know you don't play a lot of video games, Erin, but
I just don't have a thing.
Is
all.
Well, I guess not everybody can be can find the Switch.
Can make the Switch.
Christ.
Can find a Switch tree and pick a Switch off of it and go on their quest to get a Switch,
Wow.
I'm saying you could just buy one. That's all.
Yeah,
that's what
you're
I'm
right. There's absolutely nothing holding me back. Ain't no stopping me now.
So anyway, we got it on the Switch, and it's basically the story of a young bard, like a singer, who is on a sort of a quest to save the world. And the way that this bard does that is mostly by singing. So there's some really cool mechanics built into it. So basically, there's like two, I don't know how it works on the computer, but there's two Joy-Cons on there's two little control stick things on the Switch, and so one of them you use for movement, and the other one you use to control his singing. So the one that you use to control the singing, it's both based on color and direction. So they did that to make it accessible to people who are like colorblind or deaf.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can all of the puzzles. So it's kind of like an adventure game. It's got a plot. It's got really like fun, really, really bright like rainbow colors throughout the whole thing. Just like wonderful like feast for the eyes for every new like act or part that you get into. The whole aesthetic is different. The music, as you might imagine from a game about a bard, is very, very good, like really just like engaging, gets stuck in your head afterwards. And it's very sort of immersive. Like it really like puts you in whatever place that you're in and like makes you feel a thing that you're supposed to feel about the area. So they're all very distinctive. And the characters are really fun. The writing's really good. There's a lot of, let's see, what have I come across so far? There's witches, there's ghosts, there's a ton of talking animals. There's helpful creatures that you get help from them by singing at them, and then they'll come help you jump higher or whatever. There's all kinds of cool puzzles and stuff that you control things with your singing, like
Mind.
I said. Huh?
With your mind?
With your mouth. There's a
with your mind and then your mouth, because your mind's controlling everything.
Right,
Basically, your
right,
body does.
Right, exactly. There's mermaids. There's friggin' pirates. You join a band at one point. There's music producers.
Hell
You
yeah.
play a concert. Like there's also
There's a violinist with an asymmetrical haircut.
Yes, she's fun. And also there's a person in that band that is a non-binary person. They're referred to as they throughout the entire thing.
It.
Yeah, and it's really does some great things with being, just like inclusive, which is really cool. Not just in, the way that the game is played, like I mentioned with the controls, but also with the storyline and the characters. And it's just, it's doing this thing that could be very gimmicky, or overly complicated even, the whole singing thing and the like controlling the wheel or whatever. And it makes it feel just like constantly fresh throughout the game, because as you get to each new part, you're using your voice in different ways, so sometimes you're using it to get help from small animals. Sometimes you're using it to help translate between, between like characters that can't understand each other for one reason or another. And sometimes you're using it to make plants move in certain directions, or to spin wheels, or to steer a boat. Like you use it for all kinds of things throughout the, it's your only weapon in battle. Like things will sort of sing a tune and then you have to kind of sing it back to them. And sometimes there's even parts that I really suck at where it's kind of like Rock Band, where you have to like, catch the thing, like when you're being taught a song, and it always just sounds very bad, and then they act like I did fine. I wouldn't say it's a difficult game. Like, it doesn't even really, and this is something I read about it, and it's really not a criticism. It doesn't really like get like harder and harder and harder throughout the game. It just continues to sort of change and evolve everywhere you go. So it keeps fresh that way. And it like, allows you to discover new things and kind of be delighted over and over again about all these like silly things that you can do with the singing mechanic. And I just really have been enjoying it a lot. And it's fun.
It looks so cute.
It's so cute.
I've been on the website while you've been talking about it and like watching the little like videos, and it's just really looks really cute. It's
super cute. That actually was the visual, the aesthetic of it was the first thing that caught my eye, because there's a couple of people I follow on Twitter that have been playing it, because it just came out, and they've been like, tweeting screenshots, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is this adorable game? So like that's why I went to look at it, and it's funny, when I went to look at it on the Switch, it's also not very expensive. It's like $20 something, which for a game on the Switch is not bad. And I went to look at it, and I was like playing through the trailer, and Ian was like clearly not feeling it the way that I was. He was worried that the singing would be like really kind of like annoying, but he's been watching me play the whole time, and he actually started a file tonight. So I think it's won him over even. Cool. He's not like a music person necessarily in the same way that someone like you or me is, Erin.
Are you referring to our musical episode last week?
Yes, and our musical knowing each other our whole lives. And
yeah. It looks really sweet.
It's super sweet. I would recommend it to anybody of any experience level if you have the ability to play it and the means to buy it. I just joined a Discord tonight for fans, and I just realized like right before I came on here that also in that Discord is the creator and the guy who made all the music for it.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. It was like someone was talking about how they couldn't wait for the Mac one to come out, and then this guy just popped in and was like, I'm working on it. Hopefully it'll come out tonight. It was like, oh.
Did you see that Stardew Valley co-op on the Switch is coming soon?
No, but that's exciting if you'll ever play with us again, Ben. I meant to give you shit about that at the beginning of the episode.
Wow. Fuck you very much.
I was going to say, like,
middle.
Yeah, hashtag get Ben some friends, but also, Ben clearly has some friends already because he never wants to play Switch or play Stardew with us.
Isn't Ben, like, in a doctorate program? I'm sorry.
Hashtag get Ben some friggin' corn.
Honestly, it's mostly been because I've wanted to watch baseball. Is that better?
No.
That's good.
Came to your defense there, Ben. Could have at least been like, yeah, homework.
Hoo-ha, homework. Wee-ow.
Hoo-ha, homework. It's not that kind of doctor program.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yikes.
You're the one who said it.
I didn't mean it, though.
Well, then.
Well, good one, Anne.
Thanks.
Nah.
You can call me Anne. It's okay.
Cool.
Just don't call me late for dinner. Sorry.
I won't.
I think I got possessed or something. Sorry about that. Erin, would you like to pop in?
Yeah, thank you, late for dinner. All right. Well, you guys, popping in here. I apologize in advance. I really just have another audiobook.
It's okay.
That's what I have for you today. I come to you with my hands empty, but for another audiobook. But the heart wants what it wants, is what I am here to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, whoa, boy, it was a good one.
It's like I said. It's like I said in the description last week. We like what we like. We can't surprise you every week.
Yeah, we like what we like.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Who do you
Yeah,
want?
fuck you.
This is what I am. This is who I am. I've got a long commute, and I like listening to my audiobooks. This one was an especially good one. Really, really enjoyed this one. Particularly, like, the audiobook. Like, in this is probably the first audiobook I've listened to where I felt like the audio performance wasn't just a mechanism for me not to read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like it actively enhanced my enjoyment of the literature.
Okay.
And, yeah. By a lot. So the book is An American Marriage. I just have a different page pulled up. I was like, what's it called? I'm going to have to go on memory here.
You're like, the book is, hang on.
The book, I'm used to someone reading it to me and not having to actually read it myself is the problem, you see. The book is called An American Marriage. It's by Tayari. I listened to it right before I came on, but I forgot. Tayari Jones. Tayari Jones.
How you spell it?
Tayari Jones. Tayari
Okay.
Jones.
TLT Gray Jones.
Tayari Jones. I listened to it specifically so I could respectfully say her name, and then I didn't do it. So anyway, the book is, let me get that pulled up. Sorry. I have I thought it was, hold on. Okay. Oh,
did
so
you even read this book?
No, someone read it to me. An American Marriage, if I haven't said that. It came out in February of 2018, and the day it came out was when Oprah announced it as her book club pick.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. It looks like it's maybe her fourth novel, so I'm gonna definitely check out her other books.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really great.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you trying to?
Boy, I'm trying to. Okay. I had the wrong pages pulled up. Okay. I'm just going to read this blurb. That's okay?
Yeah.
Newlyweds, Celestial and Roy are the embodiment of both the American dream and the New South. He is a young executive. Was there a question?
Nope.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm going to pause after every sentence to just check if there's any questions, to take any questions. He is a young executive, and she is an artist on the brink of an exciting career. Any questions?
No.
Did you say her name's Celestial?
Yeah.
Celestial.
Okay.
Celestial. See, there was a question. I'm going to keep doing it then. But as they settle into the routine of their life together, they are ripped apart by circumstances neither could have imagined. Any questions?
What were the circumstances?
Roy is arrested and sentenced to 12 years for a crime Celestial knows he didn't commit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How does she know it?
You know it. They were together. If you know what I mean.
She's his alibi?
Yeah. But they're black and in the South, so he gets arrested anyway, of course.
Right.
Though fiercely independent, Celestial finds herself barefoot? Bereft.
Barefoot.
Barefoot. Celestial finds herself barefoot.
Now owning several pairs of shoes, Celestial finds herself barefoot. Bereft and unmoored, taking comfort in Andre, her childhood friend and best man at their wedding. As Roy's time in prison passes, she is unable to hold onto the love that has been her center. After 5 years, Roy's conviction is suddenly overturned, and he returns to Atlanta, ready to resume their life together.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. This stirring love story is profoundly insightful look into the hearts and minds of three people who are at once bound and separated by forces beyond their control. An American Marriage is a masterpiece of storytelling, an intimate look deep into the souls of people who must reckon with the past while moving forward with hope and pain into their future. So, it's a great book. It sounds really heavy, and it is, but something I really loved about this book is that when I read the synopsis, I'm like, oh boy, this looks real heavy. And something I like about this book is that it is, but it is.
Oh my god.
It is, but the way it is, but the way that it's handled is like removes you a little bit from directly experiencing the really hard things. Like a good example is something that I noticed. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I noticed like the most drastic things that happen to the characters. Like if something really like, for instance, like we know that Roy gets arrested.
Yeah.
That part is not told from his point of view. It's told through Celestial. So it's kind of like we get a lot of like the heavier scenes are kind of told through an observer, which kind of dulls the impact a little bit. And also some of the like parts that feel like they would be the most marathon-y or maybe like the most emotionally draining are presented to you via letters back and forth between two characters. And so in that way, time passes really quickly and you're removed directly from the bad things that are going on through a narration of a narration, basically. So and that way it's really it still has a lot of heavy themes to it, but you're kind of like you're experiencing them, but not like you're not like looking them in the face, if that makes sense.
What about the audiobook?
Yeah.
Enhanced it so much. Was it like all voice acted?
Yeah, so yeah, it was two actors, so one obviously for all the male roles and one for Celestial, and they were amazing, especially the man who did most of the talking, because there are two male characters, two main male characters, and then some other ones. And they not only were they incredible voice actors, but also this book is about and from the point of view of people who are not like me at all. Like these are Southern African American men and women, and just to like, you know, whatever voice I would have had in my head would have been one thing, but just to like hear it from actual like African American people who had like Southern accents was just really great. Like it really gave it a depth that I don't think I would have had if I had just read it myself. Like it was just like a really, like I even like checked the I guess the Audies or the Audible book or like the audiobook awards. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they got a nomination for their work, because it's just really, really stunning.
You know, that's a good point, because at the very least, you probably, if you were to imagine their voices, would not have given them the right sort of regional accent or dialect.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because,
and
I don't think you do that automatically with anybody. You kind of give them your dialect.
Exactly, yeah. And it's so good. Like, it's just like the... Roy is like probably the main character, the most main character, and the voice actor just does absolutely incredible job with him. Like just like such feeling and just very the role is very dramatic and he just does an incredible job. I just loved it. And I just loved like he has a great voice and it's very deep, and a lot of the characters have these like deep, rich, slow Southern drawls, and it's just it's perfect.
That sounds really great.
Yeah, I loved it. Check it out.
I too think that it sounds good.
Yeah, check it out. If you have a fancy to listen to an audiobook, check it out. You know what? For me, it was on Hoopla, so you can probably get it through your library.
Hoopla!
I
Even better.
have most definitely read that blurb before that you read. I think I might have even been looking at the actual book.
As opposed to it being on another book. That blurb being for another book.
Yeah, it wasn't misprinted on a different book. I just bought it, or credited it. I'm sorry.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Sorry, I got it on
enjoy.
Audible. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks for apologizing, though.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
appreciate the apology.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
Because
for
it
you.
really wasn't okay for me
It
that
was
you
for
got an
Ben.
Audible. So I'm glad you apologized.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
me too.
So,
It was the least you could do.
yeah, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Did you ever see? This is the only episode of the Brady Bunch I really remember. The one where the wife's like husband comes back, her first husband,
Oh.
and he was like supposed to have died, but he comes back. And
Wow.
yeah, and that's like heavy.
Wild.
Yeah,
That's good TV right there.
yeah, it's some heavy stuff.
Yeah, and it's a little crazy. I experienced this a little bit in that other book that was my obsession, Little Fires Everywhere, where you're kind of presented with a conundrum and you can like really see both sides of this of it. It's like not black and white. There's not like you're not mutually rooting against somebody necessarily. You can really empathize with both points of view. This one especially so. It's just so rough. You're just like you can totally imagine how each party feels. Like you can just like put yourself in, you know, obviously not totally because they're going through so much more, but like you can like absolutely empathize with everybody, and it's like that's life. Sometimes there's like no right or wrong.
Right.
Sometimes or good or bad decisions. It's just like decisions, and sometimes, you know, you can't make decisions without somebody getting hurt.
Yeah. Yep, that's like the most realistic probably stories are the ones where you can kind of see the point of both sides.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to listen to that.
Cool. Hope you like it.
I will.
I mean, I think so. That's why I'm here today, fucking vouching for it.
Cool. Great obsession, Erin. Thanks for the rec.
Thanks.
I'm not even mad that you did an audiobook 2 weeks in a row. It's not a big deal.
I'm
Not a biggie.
pissed, but
Ben's
it's fine.
pissed, but
I'll get over it.
yeah.
You know, it's going to take me probably another 2 weeks to listen to another audiobook, so...
It's raining here right now. You jealous, Ben?
Nope.
Oh.
He's just saying that. He is. You know he is.
Yeah, I know. Should we do homework?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
pop in.
Ben, what's your homework?
Okay, so my homework is to go to Netflix.com or use the Netflix app on your favorite device. Phone, computer. Well, that's Netflix.com. Phone, PlayStation 4 in my case. Maybe your Xbox. Maybe something else. Type into the search. Type in Death Note. It'll pop up the anime. Don't watch the live action movie. Watch the anime. It's only available till October 15th. Watch it now.
Watch it now.
Goodbye.
I'm just gonna put
my
that
Twitter is at nicelyprovedben. I posted possibly the cutest picture of Como
So
that's ever
cute.
been taken
Yeah.
Yeah.
the other day. Y'all gotta check it out.
I don't remember if I liked it or not. I
You
mean, I
did.
liked it.
Pretty sure
But
you
now,
did.
now I'm going to have to go.
I'm gonna go look at it again.
I gotta
and
go.
check.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So
speaking-
fucking cute.
Hey, speaking of cute cats, can you guys head over to my Twitter feed right now
I did like it.
Yes.
and look at the one that I retweeted, the video?
Oh, yeah, the one with the cat tongue.
I don't ever get sick of it. So I'll also link it in the thread for this episode. But there's this cat and it just has gotten out of surgery, so it's like still coming back from like anesthesia, and its eyes are all dilated, and it's such a cute kitty, and it's got its tongue out at the beginning of the video, and you're like, ah, haha, it's got a little tongue sticking out. Like, that happens with cats. But then suddenly it just, like, veers sharply to the left and starts curling, and then she kind of tries to pull it back, but ends up, like, sticking it out more and touching her nose. It's so cute.
That was really cute.
I can't-
Also, that video you retweeted of the cat sneezing the other day.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Erin.
Was
Thank
really
you for
cute.
that
That
blessing.
was
Me,
Erin?
thank you very much.
Thank
I
you,
thought-
Erin,
I'm
for the
so
blessing.
sorry.
I tagged you even, you frick.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I watched that one so many times.
I loved it.
I like feel like I've sneezed after that cat sneezes.
Yeah.
I just like feel that relief.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going for it. She got it. Got that sneeze.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's so great. I just love cats.
Cats.
Yeah. My homework is
I just watched it again.
The sneeze.
Oh my god, the sneeze.
Getting it, getting it, getting it. Yeah.
It's fun with the sound on too. I think it's got sound, doesn't it?
I don't
I
know.
think it has sound. No, I
Whatever,
have to.
Hannah. What's your homework?
Okay, fine. Listen. My homework is hello. My homework is
Introduce yourself, please.
hello, I'm Hannah. My homework is to play Wandersong. You can look it up on Steam. You can get it on the Switch. Just play it. It's fun. Or if you don't want to or don't have the money to shell out for a Switch and a game right now, or you just want to spend it on something else, that's fine. I'm not your mom. So you can probably people are probably streaming it on Twitch. You could watch it there, and that could be fun. So do that. And my Twitter's at Hanthropology. Some great cat video content that we've already covered, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Erin, what's your
Great.
homework?
Hello, my name is Erin, and I have some homework for you today. It is to check out An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. That is Tayari Jones. Her book is An American Marriage. Would definitely recommend the audiobook above all else. Really fantastic performance. You can find that on Audible. You can find that on... You might be able to find it at your library. Check it out. Literally. My Twitter is at @ErinByrne. I review lesbian movies at LesbianMovieReviews. I am 4 followers away from 1,000 followers, and once I get 1,000 followers, I promise to do another review. I just haven't in a while, but the spirit is willing. I'll tell you that. Check out WayTooBroad.com.
Yeah, and also listen to So Dreamy. That's tagging that in on your homework because I forgot. It's a podcast about dreams.
Listen to So Dreamy.
Yeah.
I need to call you with my dream.
I had a crazy
It's
one
a
the other
fun
night.
sentence, isn't it?
Yeah.
What?
It's a fun sentence. I need to call you with my dream.
I need to call you with my dream.
Yeah, if you had a crazy dream and you're like, I don't even have anybody to tell about this crazy dream, you can call So Dreamy, my other podcast, and you can tell it to us and we'll talk about it. But also, if you want to tell us about something on this podcast, we also have a phone number. I'd take dream submissions on this podcast too, honestly, especially if they're like
Fuck it.
way too broad related. Fuck it. We can talk about it on both. Whatever.
If you think our podcast is dreamy, you know, check it. Leave us a message. Hit
Right.
us up.
Call us, leave us a
Sup?
voicemail.
What's up?
At 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
Thank you. How long is it gonna take? Okay.
How long?
Can I wait to say blaze it?
420.
I don't know.
Okay, and if you want to reach us on Twitter, we're at TooBroadPod, TOO BroadPod. If you want to find us on Instagram, we're at WayTooBroad on there. If you want to email us, we're at waytoobroad@gmail.com. Go to WayTooBroad.com. You can find links to all of that stuff that we just said.
WayTooBroad.com.
And also, please leave us a review. And if you do it and you tell us you did it, we'll send you a sticker. They're very, very cute.
We're going to send you a sticker.
Yeah. They're cute, big, durable.
Sturdy.
Sturdy. They're also sturdy now.
Their sturdiness is not confirmed. Their sturdosity has not been confirmed at this time.
Yeah. So then
Their
that's...
sturdiness.
Okay. Hold
Is
on.
unknown.
Okay. So that's it then. We hope you had fun with us, and the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Good night.
Goodbye. Or good morning. I said good day.
Or good afternoon.